All right. Welcome. What's going on, guys? This your boy Tone Setter. How are y'all out there today? This is the title of the title of this particular video right here and content is the NFC East capture the flag. And what I mean by that in the Call of Duty Black Ops. And this is probably old because that's how long ago it's been since I played Black Ops. And if they still have this mode, the capture the flag mode, y'all know what I'm talking about for all you gamers out there. Um, and that's for the Dallas Cowboys. And that's for these veterans on this team, even the misfits, meaning the one year players that we have has hired as mercenaries in a sense to come in and help this team win, to come in and fill the void of a lot of players that we missed that we had to replace. You know what I'm saying, for the past two seasons, so to say. Um, for the one of the biggest players in the NFL that we traded for, and particularly on the defense is what I'm talking about. And particularly for the depth that we know we have now in the offensive line, um, the depth that we finding out in the wide receiver room, um, the consistency that we're getting from Dak right now and Shoddy, the how they mesh together and are in synchronicity. That the consistency from Aubrey, the Turpin, special teams, all of this needs to start to come together now because the NFC East is wide open. As we saw the Eagles fall again to the Giants after losing to the Broncos. Even before they lost to the Broncos, I had that feeling, that sense, um, that this team was about to buckle when they played against Tampa, when they played against the Rams. Now, I'm not saying that they won't win the NFC East, but I'm damn sure saying they looking like food. They are looking like food. And as a matter of fact, if y'all can remember, I think it was the 2022 season after losing to the Kansas City Chiefs. The following year, the 2023 season, y'all remember how the Eagles started off dominant from week 1 to like week 6 to 8 or something like that. And then remember, they had lost their offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, went to the Cardinals, right? And so they had a different offensive coordinator and they had a different defensive coordinator. And then throughout the season, mid-season, where the defense wasn't holding up, you remember they got rid of the defensive coordinator, put in Matt Patricia. Matt Patricia got in. The defense still didn't change. And they all just everything just kind of went downhill for the Eagles after that. And that's how and then they ended up revamping. Do y'all remember? And I think that was. I think you kind of fact check me on that, but I think it was the 2022 to 2023 season, or more than likely, because this was their second time facing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and they won after, and now they're the Super Bowl champs. And I think they kind of punch drunk. I think that they're kind of having playoff lag, Super Bowl lag, so to say, just like Kansas City is having right now. So many runs going in the playoffs, in the AFC championships, the Super Bowl runs that they had, and it was able to go back to back. And Philly was the back going the NFC championships, going to the playoffs, and now finally winning the championship. And now they seeing what it's like to be able to sustain that caliber of play because everyone else is coming for you because you are the defending champions, right? So what we need to do as Dallas Cowboys right now, the objectives are for our defense to continue to get better. And I think this Sunday coming up versus the Carolina Panthers, although I know they are undefeated and we are not to rate them at all, good or bad, we just go in there and handle business. They're undefeated at home. We just go in there and take care of business like we need to. Defense is going to be optimistic this game. We starting to see it. We starting to see it more and more each game. Just like last Sunday, we got turnovers, and that's all it's taken. That's one of the common denominators of this season abroad in the NFL. As you saw last night, the interception at a very bad time, and then the fumble, takeaways, or really should I say, one of the main things is taking care of the ball this season, because all it's taken is one bad mistake as far as possession, time of possession, and taking care of the ball is winning you games. Because whoever teams falters first as far as a fumble or an interception, it seemed like momentum swings tremendously to the opposing team, whoever they playing. Just like it swung to the Giants, even though the Giants was already ahead. But it definitely was like a nail in the coffin in a sense for the Eagles. So what we need to do objectively is just play defense. Offense continue to play with a sense of urgency, get off on a good foot or a good start. We need to continue to be more methodical. We continue to just do the things we're doing because everything is working fine. How Shadi was saying, yeah, we married the run game with the pass game so that no one can really get a tendency or a bead on how they move offensively. That's not him verbatim. That's just kind of me putting my own little twist on it. But basically, that's what he's saying. So they won't. So that teams won't be able to pick up his trends, his tendencies. That's the word I was looking for. His tendencies. These analytics. These analysts that analyze and study the game. But we can capitalize this. We can capitalize on this like right now, starting right now today, starting right now in week 6 versus the Carolina Panthers with the rest of the games that we have going forward. It's the gauntlet of games. That was my last post. That when I went live, last week or whatever. Right now, like I said, even in my last video that I made, and I'm going to reiterate this, and I'm going to echo this over and over again, because I still don't know what this team is. I still don't know if the defense is going to mesh with the offense and pick it up, because we know that the offense is going to need the defense one of these games or two of these games, because it's only we getting into the thick of it where the cream is going to start to rise as we start to see some teams remain strong while some are holding on, barely holding on, like the Eagles. And we don't know if they're going to hold on any longer, but we know that they're going to be competitive. We know that every team going forward is going to be competitive starting Sunday with the Carolina Panthers. They're going to be competitive. So we go in there and do what we have to do. Well, one thing, the next objective is going to be sticking to our keys on defense, keep applying pressure, getting these our defensive ends, our rushers, and what is still getting pressure, getting sacks, being optimistic on defense, getting turnovers as far as interceptions, fumbles, punching the ball. Because long as that defensive front continues to do what they do, then Eberflus, all he got to do is really work on the middle linebacker, the linebacking core, because that is our weakness right now. And it's good to see that some of these guys are filling in the secondary, like Thomas and Bell. You know, as we try to maintain and keep the momentum going as far as the win column. I don't care if they give up 120 something yards to Rico Dowdle, like they and give up like Rico Dowdle ran, or give up the 100 something yards to Breece Hall. Breece Hall is a special talent, but did it translate to a win? No, it didn't. We won convincingly. And that's what we need to do versus the Carolina. We need to go in there and just hand them one. While we keep refining our offense, while the defense keep refining to get better, we just need to stop explosive plays. Now, in the run game, it's going to happen. We're playing against professionals, guys. But what has been killing us the most is explosive plays in the pass game. That's deep. That's the deep balls, blown coverages. And I know the defense is going to keep hard. They keep hearing this from all of us, along with the coaches and everyone else in the locker room, or whatever they feel. We hear it through all the pundits and everything. The defense should have enough. Enough is enough. And right now, this is the point. This is the point in time where we need to see that the gates are open for us to capitalize on, to get it right, get it done, because that's what champions do. And first and foremost is play as a team on all three phases, stack wins, build momentum, beat your NFC East opponents, because we got the Commanders coming up. That'll be the whole we the only team that in the NFC East that has played all three, and we need to stay up on that and just continue to believe in one another. Forget what we say as fans. We see what we see, and we're going to call it out because we just take interest in doing this and have the ability to make a podcast and create content and talk about you guys. Right now, it's all about that locker room. It's all about that coaching staff that we have. It's all about following the lead of Dak, because Dak is on a mission. And I'm going to end with that because that's going to be my next short. This is Tone Setter, guys, and I'm out. Peace.